Would you like to go into space? Would you be a spaceman?
Do you know what? I feel like I'm in space right now.
Your head's in space.
Yeah, I'm always like. I'm on a different
rocket?
planet, mate.
Would you go on a rocket?
Do you know what? It's a big risk, innit? It's a big risk. I don't feel comfortable going on planes.
Do you not?
No, let alone a rocket.
No, yeah, it's a big difference, mate. Do you know, Andy and I did a show last week or the week before, and we spoke to a space expert. The space expert said that in our lifetime, you will be able to fly to Australia in under an hour. I think 40 minutes was the time he was given. That you fly up into space, you then go out of the Earth's atmosphere, you then fly against the Earth's spin.
Yeah.
Or rotation, whatever it is,
and
you come back out of orbit and you go into, and then you land.
It's decent.
40 minutes to Australia.
That'll be decent.
True.
I'd go.
You go?
Yeah.
But you said you want to go into space.
No, but I'll do that.
You would for that go to Australia?
Yeah, just to experience that. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough. 08717 22 33 44. Let's go and speak to Isat, who's a Manchester United fan, who's dialed 08717 22 33 44. Isat, welcome.
Hello, Jason. Hello, Colin. How you doing, boys?
All right, so would you go into space? Is that?
Yeah, I'm good. Would I fly to space?
Yeah, have you any design to go?
If Bezos said, listen, mate, you're coming with me.
Or Isat, you fancy going to space?
Yeah.
Oh, 100% I'm going.
You go.
Yeah, you would.
Who says no? Who says no?
Carlton.
I'm not sure, mate.
I don't know whether I can be bothered.
It's a lot of effort.
It does seem a lot of effort.
I'm going to the moon for a selfie.
Right, fair enough. Go on, Isat. What do you want to say, matey?
I just wanted to obviously talk about the Pogba situation. It's so frustrating. It just seems like every single year the annual Paul Pogba saga comes around.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you'd asked me a couple of years ago, I'd have been saying, get rid of him. Get rid of him. You could probably get 70, 80, 90 million for him. Get rid of him. Right now, with a year left on his contract, I'm probably keeping him. And the reason I say that is because I think Ollie's done so well so far to build what I think is a really good starting 11, bit by bit. Obviously, he's added Sancho this summer. It's looking likely that we might add Varane.
Yeah.
And I just think we're very close to a title-winning team, and I think Pogba is actually very integral to that. So I think you get rid of him, you probably get 50 million this summer, and I don't really think it's worth it, because I think the opportunity to really challenge this year with Paul Pogba in our team is greater and more beneficial to us than maybe getting 50 million for him. Do you know what I mean?
So Isa, you know what I was saying? I was saying to Jace just now, it's like, if you get rid of Pogba, it just leaves a massive void in that midfield, doesn't it? Like, it's a massive void in the squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
100%.
I was looking at it, I was thinking, who do you get in to replace Pogba? Do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly, and you're only getting. Sorry to cut you, Carlton, but you're only getting 40, 50 million for him.
Exactly,
because he's got a year left. If you was going to get 80, 90 for him, then you could say, well, that's a lot of money that you could probably replace him with.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
40, 50, I don't think it's worth it. I just think it would leave such a massive gap, as you say. And I think I really do believe that we're close. I mean, I don't know if Jason remembers, I called up a few days ago and I was saying that I do genuinely believe that we can challenge for the title this year. And I think you take Paul Pogba out now, it takes us back another step.
Yeah, definitely.
And as I said, it's just frustrating that this saga keeps coming about every single year, and it's just like, it's not needed because, we're so on the right track.
But, okay, look, do you know what? I kind of understand, and I'm not going to disagree with you, but I think there's also another argument to say that if you are going to move him on, now is the time, actually, not wait until his contract expires, because it frees up, you lose 50 million, which, I don't care who you are, Man United or not, 50 million is 50 million. It frees up a huge salary. Okay, you could add to that. You could then build for the future now, as opposed to next season. Does Ollie want to be answering questions? Pretty much, and that's what it will be from January onwards. And Pogba, it will be the Pogba you just mentioned there about this saga. That's not going anywhere.
That's always going to be around.
It's going to be from that will be from January right through to the end of the season. That will be, and here on talkSPORT we will have phone-ins on that. There'll be people like you phoning up. In fact, you'll be 100% phoned up in January, and in February and March moving forward, talking about this very same topic. If you're going to make a call and he's not part of Manchester United's future from next season and beyond, I think there's an argument to say, cut your losses now. If you're going to do it now. Get the 50 million, move him on, and reinvest that into the squad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good point, Jason. But I think if you was going to do that, you do that a couple of years ago. As I said, this saga's been happening for so long now. If you really wanted to get rid of Paul Pogba, you get rid of him 2 years ago, especially when Ollie first came into the team. And you kind of go, do you know what? I'm going to play without Paul Pogba here. He's too much of a headache. You know, he divides opinion too much. He's going to be a problem for me. I'm going to get my money there and then I'm going to invest. If you've kept him up to now, what's the point in getting rid of him now? As I said, listen, I know 50 million isn't kind of, it's not change. It's a large amount of money, but I just think the massive hole that he you know, if you get rid of Pogba now, it's too much to replace, and I don't think we've got anyone in the team, you know, that can come in like Van der Beek. He didn't play much for us last season. I don't see him coming in and kind of doing what Paul Pogba can do for us. I don't see who we buy this summer to replace him. I just think we're so close to properly challenge for the league title. Paul Pogba will start pretty much every game for us this season, I can assure you.
It's a big statement. Say he'll start every single game. Let's go and speak to Lee, who is a Manchester United fan. Lee, good evening to you.
Evening, guys. Evening, Cartland. Evening, Jason.
You just heard what Isak had to say there. Anything to add, or agree or disagree?
I agree with you, Jason. I would get rid of him. He's had 4 seasons, and basically Bruno Fernandes has come in and done what we expected Pogba to do.
You're absolutely right.
So it's like we've already got that. Then, like when he played for Juventus, he was playing next to Vidal and Pirlo, who were in the prime. Vidal was in the middle of his career. Pirlo was at the end. So he had 2 of the best midfielders in the world. The only time he's played, I feel like he's played good for United twice. At the start, when he was looking for Ibrahimovic every week, and then I think when Ollie first come in, he played Matic, Herrera, and Pogba as a free. So I think he can only play in a free. So you know, and like that was the perfect balance at that time. But I think he can't play in a 2. He's not going to play Bruno Fernandes. We're kicking Rashford out on the left for him. So if he's not going to play in Rashford or Bruno Fernandes' position, he can't play in a 2.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well,
and
do you think, right? Do you think if you was to get so Paul Pogba was supposed to go, like, so if he goes in this window, look what I think. I really think that it will keep Man United back. They won't be as good as they were last season. But on the reverse, will Man United be winning anything with Paul Pogba staying?
That's the problem. The football purist, if you love football, you love Paul Pogba, and you would keep him. But it's got to this stage, he clearly doesn't want to stay, otherwise he'd sign. And I just feel like the thing that would annoy me is if we have to pay 60 million for Varane, who's 28 with a year on his contract, but we only get 40 for Pogba, who's 20. You know what I mean? As long as it should be the same price, 60 or 50 for both. But I'd get the 50 million, 1 year left, let him go to France and buy Camavinga for 35 million and keep Fred and McTominay in the big games and let Camavinga come on in the home games and have a young guy and get Varane, and then you can replace Pogba, get Ruben Neves. Between Ruben Neves for 35 million, Donny van der Beek and maybe Camavinga, I think you can cover Pogba because he ain't taking Bruno's place and he shouldn't take Rashford's place, you know what I mean, on the left. So it's weird because he is one of the best players in the world, but he's had 4 years with us now, and it's like, no, we need team players. We need people that deliver, like Michael Carrick from the start and Bruno Fernandes and Rashford when he comes into the team and Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. If you know what I mean, if the Man United players, and it's just a bit of hassle, really.
Like you said, we know there's a player in there, and this has been the biggest head scratcher for Manchester United. You know, you think about the player we've seen at Juve, think about the player we've seen for France and in the Euros that have just gone. Yet really we don't see those same levels. We don't see that same player. 087172233.
The Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday night from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.